in the Python operators, we covered in the last session about Python operators, right? Now take a bit very special care. First we discussed about arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators concept we covered. In the arithmetic operators, do you know what things we covered, sir? Plus, minus, multiplication, next division, and then modulo. These things everyone can aware already, right? Next, even there is one extra division operator is there. What is this one, sir? This type of division is also known as floor division. Remember this one. There is one. This operator is called floor division, and star is there. This operator is called power operator. A power b, like this, right? Power operator, right? So now here, do you know 10/2? What the output? 10/2. Can you please guide? What the output by default you are going to get, sir? 10/2. Don't tell wrong answer. Don't tell wrong answer. The output is always 5.0. The output is always 5.0. What is the reason? Why it's always 5.0? Division operator always follows. Okay, floating point arithmetic only. Okay, like 10/3. I'm taking. What the answer by default you are going to get, sir? 3.3333, something like that. So same. If I take 10/2, what the output by default you are going to get? If I take 10/2, 5 integral division, okay, 10/3, okay, the result is always a 3 only. Floor division, 10.0/3. The answer is 3.0. Remember this one, sir. 3.0 floor division, sir. If the arguments are int type, the result is always int only. If the arguments are float type, the result is float type only, right? But anyway, it's always going to return floor value 3.3333. What about its floor values are 3.0? Like that we are going to get. Remember this one. Already we had a discussion about in detail about this one, or otherwise just 2 to 3 execute, observe the results. Based on that, you can able to conclude. Nothing will be there, sir. Next, if I can take 2/3, I'm taking. What is the output by default? We will 2/3. What is the output by default? We are going to get 8. 2/3 means 8 we are going to get, sir. That is called power operator available in the Python. Now the next thing here, have you remembered, sir, plus operator we can apply for the strings also. No problem at all. Plus operator we can apply for the strings also. Then what is the output by default we are going to get, sir? Happily, do you know, Durgasoft, like this we are going to get. Sir, if you apply plus operator for the strings, then plus operator simply acts as concatenation operator, like this, right? So now I have one small doubt. What's my doubt is Durga plus 10. What is the answer by default we will get? Durga plus 10. What is the answer we are going to get? Can you please confirm? What is the answer we are going to get? Remember. Durga 10. What answer by default we are going to get? Remember that, sir. Sir, some people are telling Durga 10 is the answer. Durga 10 is the answer. Some people are telling, sir, make sure in Java, if one argument is string type, the other argument can be any type, no problem at all. So it is always acts as concatenation. But in Python, that rule is not applicable, sir. In Python, that rule is not applicable. If you observe that 10 plus 20, both are numbers 30. Next, Durga plus soft, like this I'm taking, sir. Durga plus soft, like this. Sir, now my question is Durga plus 10 I'm taking. Durga plus 10 I'm taking, sir. What the output by default we are going to get, sir? Immediately error by default we will get. Sir, type error must be str, not int. Type error must be str, but not int. Like that, it's going to get the problem. Everyone can aware, sir, what it means? What it means? So if you want to apply plus operator for the string type, compulsory both arguments should be string type. Both arguments should be string type, right? Okay. If you want to apply plus operator for the string type, then both arguments should be string type. By mistake, one is the string type, the other one is not string type. Immediately we are going to get a error. Remember. Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay. Sir, compulsory both should be string type. Remember that, sir. Similarly, even star operator you can apply for the strings also, no problem at all. Then it is considered a repetition operator. Regarding that, what is this one, sir? Repetition operator. Operator like, sir, if I consider 10, okay, Durga star 3. What is the output by default you are going to get? Respond. What the output by default you are going to get, that, sir? Durga star 3. If I'm going to get, what the output by default you are going to get? Okay, Durga 3 times. Are you getting Durga 3 times? 3 times like this, right? Durga star 3 I'm taking. Durga star 3 I'm taking, sir. Then automatically Durga like 3 times it's going to get. Sir, if you want to apply star operator for the string, compulsory one argument should be string type, the other argument should be int type. Remember that order is not important. First you can take string followed by number, or first you can take int value followed by string. Any order you can take, but compulsory one argument should be string type, the other argument should be int type, sir. Make sure it is compulsory, mandatory thing, right? Okay, can I take like this? Can you please tell, is it valid or invalid, sir? Durga soft like this I'm taking. Can you please spell out, is it valid or invalid? Is it valid or invalid? 100% pakka. This one is nothing but invalid, because one compulsory should be string type, the other compulsory should be number type. Remember that, sir. That's all. These are the things whatever we covered in the last sessions, right? Next, last point you people should aware. If I consider 10 by 0, if I consider 0 by 0, if I consider 10.0 by 0, 10.0 by 0, if I consider, sir, 10 by 0, 0.0 by 0.0, what the output by default we are going to get? 10 by 0, and extend after that 0 by 0, 10.0 by 0, 0.0 by 0, like this. What the output by default we are going to get? If you consider Java, the people who are coming from Java background, background, make sure, sir, in this case, arithmetic exception. In this case, arithmetic exception. But here we are going to get infinity. But here we are going to get NaN. In Java, all the lines are different. In this case, arithmetic exception. But here, there are corresponding outputs by default we are going to get. But in Python, the rule is straightforward. If you are trying to perform division by 0, the result is always 0 division error. Regarding the result is always 0 division error. Like this, you people should erase 0 division error. Like by default we are going to get. Everyone can able to understand, right? Sir, by mistake if you are taking like that, sir, 10 by 0, 0 division error. 10, sir, 0 by 0, 0 division error. Are getting 10.0 by 0, 0 division error. 0.0 by 0, 0 division error. Sir, everywhere 0 division error if you are trying to perform division with 0. That's all. So these are various loopholes what you people should be aware related to arithmetic operators, right? So what is the next thing we have to talk? Relational operators. Regarding relational operators, right? Relational operators. Guru already. What do you doubt? 0.0 by 10.0. Yes, 0 division error. Yeah, 0 division error. 1 minute. 0.0 by no, it is not 0 division error. It is not 0 division error. I'm not dividing with 0. Am I doing by mistake? No, in all cases 0. Yeah, I'm not dividing with 0 by any number, the result is always 0. The result is always 0. Correct? Guruvarede. Here we are not performing 0 division. Are you getting? Here some number is there. 0 by anything. If it is not 0, then the result is always 0. If this one, reminder, second argument is the 0, then the result is always 0 division error. Next, relational operators. Relational operators, right? Sir, which are relational operators? In Python, which things are there, sir? Very simple. Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, like this, right? Relational operators are there. These are things, sir. Not required to keep much explanation. The result is always Boolean type. Of course, true or false, like we are going to get, sir. Okay. Now, let me go for a small, shorter example. Then you may get a bit clarity, sir. Just I'm taking A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. Next, print of A less than B. I'm taking print of A less than B is just I'm taking A less than B, like this, right? So next, A less than or equal to B is less than or equal to A greater than B. Greater than B is A greater than B. Next, A greater than or equal to B, sir, is A greater than or equal to B. That's all. Not required to give much explanation. A less than B, true or not? Yes, ma'am. 10 less than 20, true, false. By default, we are going to get. Now, here py test.py I'm taking, sir. Py test.py. What the answer? True, false. By default, we are going to get, sir. True. Less than or equal to Priya. Less than or equal to is nothing but true only. Okay, like this. Sir, greater than or equal to, right? Are you getting? Am I doing anywhere mistake? Yeah. Umang. Umang, do you have any doubt? Umang Sharma. Yes. Is means normal English statement, man. Manavkana. Is means normal English statement I'm using here. A is less than B is, I mean the result is true. The result is true. It is not the is operator. Don't worry, sir. I didn't use is operator. Clear, right? Next, this is a string. This is string. Okay, like we have shown, it is printing something like statement. Yeah, something like statement. It is printing, sir. Sometimes what will happen? I want to print the sum. I want to print the sum is 30. This is about my requirement, right? In the output, you have to take this one and followed by this result. Then what we can able to take? Print of the sum. Comma. So this one is going to print up to this, comma. Sir, 30 I want to take, or A plus B I'm going to take. Umang, are you able to understand? The remaining people also. Here two arguments I'm printing, sir. First argument to print text data. Second argument to print the result. Here also to print text data followed by to print the result. Okay, like. But anyway, while input output statements like there is third unit is there we are going to discuss this. By mistake, by habitize, if I'm using, please stop me so that I will explain what is the meaning of that. Yes, can you please tell, are you getting how many arguments I'm taking, sir? This is the first argument, comma, this is the second argument. This one is to print the theory, this one is to print the result. Okay, A is less than B, theory, sir, and the text data, and then true is nothing but result. Like, clear, right? So in other languages, if you consider Java or if you consider any other language, it is always going to take only one argument. Regarding SOP statements in Java, it's always going to take only one argument, right? Only one argument. But in Python, the biggest specialty is you can pass any number of arguments. A, B, C, D, E. Like any number of arguments you can able to pass, right? while printing A space D space C space D space E, like this it's going to print. Remember that it's a more flexibility is there. So if you want to print text followed by some result, then we have to take like that. Don't worry. Clear, right? Up to this, any doubt? Okay. Now my next point here is we can use relational operator for string types also. Sir, are you getting relational operators for string types also, sir? No problem at all. Suppose I'm taking A is Durga. A is Durga. B is also Durga, like that. Sir, now how the behavior will be there? Very simple, sir. Very simple. Simply it acts as alphabetical order. Are you getting? It's an alphabetical order. A less than B. So alphabetical order wise false. A less than or equal to true, like this, right? Alphabetical order, Unicode comparison. First one is the false. A less than or equal to true, like this, right? Suppose Durga and then Sunny I'm taking. Like this, observe that. Durga and then Sunny I'm taking, sir. Can you please tell what is the output by default you are going to get now? Sir, Durga is less than Sunny. Unicode comparison, correct. The first one is nothing but true. Have a look once. Unicode comparison less than. D is coming before yes. That's why Unicode comparison like this perfectly it is. So relational operators we can able to use for the string type also. Unicode comparison. Unicode means nothing. D means what? Dictionary order. Saravanan. Okay. D means what? D means Unicode value. What is that? A. Small a means for every character small a is nothing but 97. Okay. Small b itself is 98. For every character, do you know corresponding Unicode numbers are there? That is the whenever you are comparing two strings, internally the corresponding Unicode comparisons are going to be happen. Unicode means for every character some internal code is there. Yeah. Unicode numbers are always the same irrespective of any language. Okay, Unicode numbers are always same irrespective of any language because those are language independent codes. Next, sir, is it possible we can apply these relational operators for Boolean types also? No problem at all, sir. Yeah, I'm taking true, sir. True. I'm taking false. Can you please tell how the comparison is going to be happen? Anyone, can you please tell how the comparison is going to be happen? Yes, if you don't want, if you yeah, what is the true means 1, false means 0. Whenever we are performing some relational these kind of things, what will happen? Here have a look once. First one, A is less than B. A is less than B is nothing but false. True, false is nothing but A itself. True is less than false is nothing but false because true means 1. True means 1, false is 0. Sir, 1 is less than 0. No. That's why, sir, false. Next, 1 is less than 0, less than or equal to 0. Sorry, false. 1 is greater than 0. True. Greater than or equal to 0. True. Like we can able to apply. We can able to apply, sir, relational operators for the Booleans also. No problem at all. Now I have one small doubt, sir. Can you please observe? True less than 10. What the answer? True less than 10. I'm taking. What the answer? True only. Because 1 less than 10. 1 less than 10. True is the answer we are going to get. Okay. Next, I'm taking 10. Here 10. Here just observe. False. Here just I'm taking 10. 10 less than Durga I'm taking. Remember this one. 10 less than Durga. Sir, if true less than 10, meaningful. Because the reason is it is the Boolean, the other one is the number. Boolean will be converted into number, no problem at all. But here one is number, the second one is nothing but string. There is no compatibility. Then immediately we are going to get less than, not supported, between instances of. int and str. Okay, int and str, like this we are going to get, sir. Okay, so that means happily we can use relational operators, right? No problem at all. But here, so different incompatible types, then definitely you are going to get the error. Clear? Any doubt? Okay, now small chota coding level, just better to habitize. Here just I'm taking, I have just a is equal to 10 is there, b is equal to 20 is there, sir. Don't worry much about that. Slowly, next level we are talking. If a is less than b, greater than b, assume that if a greater than b, sir. If a greater than b, greater than b, then automatically here print on a is greater than b, sir. Okay, print of a is greater than b like this, right? Sir, else print of a is not greater than b, sir. Just observe a small if else also I'm able to use, right? A small if else also I can able to use. Can you please tell what the output by default we are going to get? Greater or not greater than? Please tell what the output by default we are going to get. What there? A greater than b, false. False means else part is going to execute, not. Here observe, a is not greater than b. Sir, how to write a if else? How to write if else in the Python? Just have a look once. Of course, we will discuss in detail. Don't worry about that. Okay. Next, I have one more very important thing, sir. Listen carefully about this one. What is that point here? Is can I take like this? Is it valid or not? Print 10 less than 20. Valid or not? I mean, is it valid, true or false? Some value by default we are going to get. Valid or not? Valid. The output is always true. The output is always true. Can I take like this? 10 less than 20 less than 30? Please guide. 10 less than 20 less than 30. Is it valid or not? Yes or no? Is it valid or invalid? Yeah. If you can ask the same question in Java, Java will give left and right. Are getting left and right? The problem is 10 less than 20. True is the answer. True, you are comparing with 30. The problem. True, you are comparing with 30. Something like that. Here, I'm taking 10 less than. Okay, like this I'm taking, sir. Now, next, here I'm taking 10 greater than 20, less than 30, less than 40, something like that. So make sure chaining of relational operators is always possible. Relational operators in chaining, sir. Chaining of relational operators. Chaining of relational operators is always possible. Is always possible. No problem at all, sir. But how the behavior is going to be decided, sir? Very simple. A is less than B, less than C, less than D, less than E. Like this. If all comparisons are true, if all comparisons are true, sir, the result is always true. Remember this one. If all comparisons are true, the result is always true. If at least one comparison fails, sir, the result is always false. Remember this one. At least one comparison fails, sir, the result is always false. Remember that, sir. Okay. Make sure you people should be aware. So here observe what is the output by default we are going to get. Sir, this condition satisfied, true. This condition satisfied. This condition also satisfied. Both conditions are satisfied. That's why true. Satisfied. 10 less than 20. 20 is less than 30. Satisfied. 30 is less than 40. Satisfied. It's nothing but all the things are satisfied. True. Here 10 greater than 20. 10 greater than 20. Is it true or false? Please guide. Is it true or false? 10 greater than 20. False. Oh, at least one condition false. The result is always false. The result is always false. Except the last one, all the remaining are true, sir. Can you please observe? True, true, true. So here we can apply relational operators even in chaining also. How it is going to be evaluated internally? If you are going to apply chaining of these operators, how it is going? First, it will perform this comparison. It will perform this comparison. It will perform this comparison like this. If all comparisons at last result is always true, then automatically the result is true. If at least one comparison fails, immediately Python is going to tell yes or the false. Clear, right? Yes, Sharvan, we can compare strings also because the relational operators are applicable for string objects also. Shishkant, internally Python is going to follow that rule. It is going to evaluate each and every comparison. If all comparisons are true, the result is always true. If at least one comparison fails, then the result is always false. Clear, right? Can I go to the next level? Okay. Now, what is the next step? Very, very important, sir. Relational operators story got completed. 1 minute, 1 minute. There is one small doubt. Yes, sir. 10 greater than 20 gives false, means 0, which is less than 30. So why don't it give true? Why don't? Now here internally, yes, observe that 10 greater than 20 and then less than 30 and then less than 30. If it is if it is the false, now he is asking the first one is nothing but false. False less than 30 already satisfied because 0 is less than 30. Now I have to get a true, sir. No, it is not the way it is going to operate. Whenever we are taking chaining, Python internally will perform comparison. Sir, this one and then this one. First, it is going to perform all comparisons. If at least one comparison returns false, the result is always treated as false only. Yes, who asked this doubt? Can you please, what is your name? I'm unable to see your name. Yeah. Can you please tell what is your name? Who is asking this doubt? Yeah, Sushil. Clear, right? Okay, that's all. This is what you should aware internally. How the Python is going to evaluate it, sir? All comparisons is going to perform. If all comparisons are satisfied, then only result is true. If at least one comparison fails, then automatically the result is always false. Remember. Next, sir, equality operators. Very, very important, sir. Even for the interview room also, make sure you should aware. Equality operators, right? Sir, how the equality operators? Just double equal, comma, not equal. Observe carefully, sir. Double equal and not equal, right? Sir, we can apply these operators for any type, including incompatible types also. It never going to raise any syntax error, sir. Remember this one. It never going to raise any syntax error. Suppose I'm taking 10 double equal to here just I'm taking true, sir. 100% pakka valid 10 double equal to true 100% pakka itself is valid, sir. Sir, how these equality operators are going to work? Remember, in Python, equality operators is always going to work for content comparison. Especially the people who are coming from Java background, you have to be aware what is the difference between double equal operator, dot equals method. Okay, there is a difference in Java, but here double equal operator always meant for content comparison. Remember that, sir. Sir, if I consider 10 double equal to 10, true is the answer. 10 double equal to 20 false is the answer. 10 double equal to true, but the answers are false because the arguments are different type. the arguments, or otherwise 1 double equal to true. Yes, observe that true internally converted into 1. 1 double equal to 1 is nothing but true, like that, right? Okay. So next 10 double equal to Durga, meaningless. But still, what the answer we are going to get? False. Remember, we can use equality operators even for incompatible types also. If there is no compatibility, then the result is always we are going to get false. That's all. We never going to get any syntactical error. Remember. Are you able to understand, right? That's all. Next, sir, if I can take true double equal to true. What the answer? True double equal to true. True. False double equal to true. Okay? False is the answer. Like, sir, for every type you can apply. You never going to get the error perfectly. It may be true or it may be false. We are going to get. Next, similarly, A double equal to B, double equal to C, double equal to D, double equal to E, like this, right? Sir, chaining of equality operator is also applicable, sir. Chaining of equality operator is also applicable. If all comparisons, if all condition returns true, then only the result is true. If at least one condition false, the result is always false. Remember. Sir, if I can take 10 double equal to 20, double equal to 30, double equal to 40, like this. What the answer we are going to get? False. Are you getting? What the answer by default we are going to get? False, like this, right? Sir, now 10 not equal to 20, not equal to 30, not equal to 40, like this I'm taking. So 10 and 20 not equal, 20 and 30 not equal, 30 and 40 not equal. That's why true is the answer. If all conditions are satisfied, then only the result is true. If answer all, if at least one condition fails, the result is always false. Remember that, sir. Any doubt? Next, Manavkana, why double equal operator returns false in the case of incompatible types? How it is in the case of incompatible types? How it is like? So the reasoning is, if I'm asking, suppose if I'm asking cat and elephant both are equal or not, what answer you can tell? Can you please, Manavkana, what answer you can tell? There are two options are there. True na? Oi, cat and elephant both are equal. Manavkana. Here, just observe. Cat and elephant, if I'm asking. Then two options are there. Option number 1. Are both are different types? You can't compare. Option 1. Second option, anyway you know these are different types. Simply you can tell not equal. Which is the more meaningful? Are you getting? Anyway, both are not equal. Both are different type. That's why Python follows which rule here. If both are not equal, simply this person is going to tell false man, not equal. If both are same, then only it will be there. Okay, like that. But if you consider that, if you consider Java, in Java, double equal operator will give left hand that, oh, elephant, one is the cat, another is the elephant. How I can compare these two things? Like, because type is very strict in Java. Sir, but in Python, type is not that much strict. Are you getting? Internal reason? Type is not that much strict. That's why it is going to tell the but false, like that. It's going to convey more nearest, because types are not giving that much importance. Yeah. Okay. Now, can you please tell what is the output by default we are going to get in this case? Anyone? What is the answer by default we are going to get? What it means? 10 double equal to 10. You can ask and then 10 not equal to 20. What there? Who is asking this doubt? Simultaneously means what is that? In the middle, which thing is there? Error. In the middle, which thing is there? Error. Compulsory you have. It is not valid expression. Kamal Kannan. It is not valid expression. That's why it is invalid. Okay, if you want to do like this, then first one is true, second one is first one is the false, but second one is the true. You are going to get. Okay, now that's all. This is about what is the meaning of relational operators, right? Next, there are some logical operators also there. So more concentration must be required. A bit dangerous concept. Take very special care, sir. If you have paper and pen, it is highly recommended to take the notes. Paper and pen, highly recommended to take the notes. Observe that, especially this concept. Not that much easy, dangerous terminology, right? Logical operators, right? Sir, and are not, and are not. These are logical operators we have. And operator, are operator, not operator. These three operators are called logical operators, right? Sir, for Boolean data type, for Boolean type, sir, for Boolean data type, what you can use, sir, very simple, sir. When AND operator returns a true, can you please tell if both arguments are true, if both arguments are true, then only result is true. Then only result is true, like this, right? Sir, when R returns true, if at least one argument is true, then the result is true. Any one is true, then the result is true. At least one. Not means complement. Don't keep any doubts, sir. Not means complement operator, right? So now here just observe true and false. True and false. The answer is the false, because both are not true. Both are not true. True and true, sir. Then true we are going to get. Next, true or false. What is the answer? True or false. What is the answer? True. Sir, most commonly used operators and are not. Take a bit very special care. Logical operators, right? Next, here not false I'm taking. True itself is the answer. Not required to keep any doubt related to the Boolean. What it is there from our childhood onwards we are discussing. But now the next cinema we are going to talk. Take very special care, sir. If you have paper and pen, highly recommended to take. For non-Boolean type, what is the behavior, sir? Non-Boolean type, what is the behavior, right? Sir, very simple, sir. Listen very carefully. 0 means false. Just aware these words first. If I'm taking 0, sir, non-Boolean, 0 means false. Non-zero is treated as a true, sir. 0 means false, non-zero means true, like this. Next, empty string is always treated as sir false. Remember that. For non-Boolean type, 0 means false, non-zero means true. Empty string is always treated as false. Observe very carefully about this one, sir. Boolean, non-Boolean type. Now, X and Y. What the result? Can you please guide? What the result? I'm taking something like 4 and 5. I'm taking something like 4 and 5. 4 and 5. Anyone, can you please tell what the answer we are going to get? Yeah. I want to see from everyone the answer. Don't try to execute parallelly. What the answer by default we are going to get? Yeah. Please, what you have to take here is, it is not bitwise. It is not bitwise operator. It is a logical operator. Remember, someone is telling 1, It is the logical operators, right? Now, sir, here x and y. If x is false, assume sir, if x is false, false, then the result is always false or not. Assume carefully, sir, and operator, just observe carefully. If x is false, the result is always false or not? Correct or not? False. If x is true, what is the result? If x is true, what is the result? The result is based on y. Correct or not? If x is true, the result is based on y. Think a bit very carefully, man. Normal Boolean operators, logical operators observe. If first one is false, the result is always false, whether y is true or false, no problem at all. If it is true, if the first one is the true, then compulsory we have to worry about second one. If the second one is also true, the result is true. If the second one is false, the result is always false. Remember, yes, observe that if x is false, then result is always, don't write, then result is always, if x is false, man, then the result is always false. Don't write it, just aware this one, false. If x is true, then result is always, if x is true, then the result is always y. Correct or not? Is always y. Correct or not? Okay. If y is true, then the result is true. If the y is false, then the result is false. Correct or not? Okay. If x is the true, sir, then the result is always depends on y. Okay, like just aware these words especially. Okay. Boolean types already we covered. Now we are talking about non-Boolean type. Now, if 0 I'm taking, it is internally it's always treated as false. Non-zero I'm taking, internally it's always treated as true. Empty string I'm taking, it's always treated as a false. Remember. Now, take very special case, sir. Do you have pen and paper with you? Can you please confirm? Do you have pen and paper? Yes. The people who are not having, please take pen and paper. Just write one line, very important line. X and y. So now x and y are Boolean or non-Boolean? X and y are Boolean or non-Boolean? I'm asking about non-Boolean. Boolean type already I covered. Now I'm talking about non-Boolean. For non-Boolean type, what is the behavior? You people should aware. Okay. Now, if you have pen and paper, just x and y. If x is evaluates to false, if x is evaluates to false, then result is x. Observe that internally, if x is evaluated as false, then the result is always x. Sir, otherwise the result is y. Don't get confused. Think a bit very carefully, sir. Internally, if x is false, the result is always false. Means if x is evaluates to false, then the result is false. X. Otherwise, result is y, sir. Means you never going to get output as true and false. You are going to get the output as in the form of x and y only. What it means, right? Now observe 4 and 5. Can you please apply this line? Don't get confused. Can you please apply this line? If x is evaluates to false, then the result is x. Sir, is it true or false? 4. Is it true or false? True. If this one is the true, the result is always y. Now, the output by default we are going to get 5 is the output, sir. You never going to get true as the answer. Observe very carefully. Analyze this line. If x evaluates to false, if x evaluates to false, then the result is always x, sir. X. Otherwise, the result is always y. Sir, it is not false. That's why the result is y. That's why the result is y. Means like this. 1 minute. 1 minute. 4 and 5. What the answer? 5 is the answer I'm taking, sir. 5 is the answer. Suppose I'm taking 0, 0 and 4 I'm taking. Anyone, can you please tell the answer? 0 and 4 I'm taking. What the answer? 0 and 4 I'm taking. Is x is evaluates to true or false? Array 0, 0 means false. 0 means false. Then obviously the result is x. The result is x means 0 is the answer we are going to get. Observe, 0 is the answer we are going to get. 0 and 4. Result is 0. Minus 10 and 5. What the answer? What the answer? Why you are telling different answers, man? What the answer? Is it true or false? First one. Is it true or false? 0 means false. Non-zero means true. If it is the true, sir. If it is the true, then y is the answer. Y is the answer. Remember that. 5 is the answer. Don't get confused. Please write this line on the paper and analyze with pleasant mind. Automatically, you people can able to understand. Clear? For non-Boolean type, this is the behavior what you people should be aware. Now, yes, still, yeah, Venkatesh, still doubt how I can aware x is the true or false. X is the true or false. I told right. 0 means internally treated as a false. Non-zero means true. Empty string is always treated as a false. Based on that. Getting right? Next, now true and 5. What will happen, sir? Shashank is asking true and 5. For non-Boolean type, we know if it is one is the Boolean, the other one is the non-Boolean. True and 5. Can you please guess what will happen? True and 5. Anyone, can you please tell what will happen? Guess. Guess what will happen? Can you please observe? If the first one is the true, if the first one is the true, the second one is the answer. If the first one is the true, then second one itself is the answer. If the first one is the false, then the first one is like, if I can take false and 5, false is the answer. Are you getting? False is the answer, like this, right? Next, sir, Durga and soft I'm taking. What the answer? Durga and soft I'm taking. What the answer? Either first one is the true or false. If the first one is the true, if the first one is the true, then second one is the answer. If the first one is the false, then first one is the answer. Don't get confused. If x is a false, then the result is x. Otherwise, the result is y. Is x is false? No. That's why y is the answer. If x is false, then x itself is the result. Now, Durga and soft I'm taking. Soft is the answer. Soft is the answer. Are you getting right? Now I'm taking, sir, just empty and Durga I'm taking. What's the answer? Empty and Durga I'm taking. Obviously, the answer by default we are going to get is, I want to see the answer. Don't get confused. The output we are always going to get in terms of x and y only. You never going to get the output in the form of true or false because we are not using Boolean type. The output is always going to get in the form of x and y only. Okay, we never going to get true or false. What the output by default you are going to get? First one is true or false? Don't get confused, man. Don't get confused. It is empty string. Empty string internally treated as true or false. False. If x is evaluates to false, then the result is always x. Then the result is always x. Because x is false, the result is always x. X means empty string. Getting? Okay, don't worry. Even you are getting some confusion, don't worry. With pleasant mind, you can able to analyze. Then you can get much clarity, right? Now, yes, Shubham, what you were doubt? Space is treated as the true only. Space is treated as the true. If it is empty string, nothing is there. Nothing is there. Then empty string, then only false. Yeah. Sir, Manav Kana is asking something like, can you please tell minus 10 and 5? What is the answer? Ayo. Please respond. Minus 10 and 5. What is the answer? What is the answer? Very simple. Is it 0 means false? Non-zero means true. It is the true or false? Oi, Manav Kana, observe. Is it true or false? This one is true only. So the first argument is the true only. True only. If x is false, if x is false, the result is x. Otherwise, result is y. So it is not false. That's why the result is 5. The result is y. Yes, man. Are you getting? Sir, 0 or non-zero. That's all. It never going to talk about whether it is minus or positive and so on. Only 0 or non-zero. That's all. Next, floating point values also same terminology. Shashikant, same terminology, right? Next, null is not there in Java. Padmaraj, if you have none internally treated as a false only. I hope none Durga. What is the answer? None under Durga. What is the answer? No output we are getting. None. Regarding what the output we are going to get? None. Because the reason is it is the false. If the first one is the false, then automatically, if x is evaluates to false, then result is x. None is always treated as the false only. None is always treated as a false. Okay. Next, sir. Okay. Now, next cinema. None equal to empty. Okay. Like next one. Can you please tell x or y? What is the output? When I will get x as the output, when I will get y as the output. Please guide now. It is the R operator. R operator. Sir, x or y. X and y are non-Boolean type. Non-Boolean type. When I will get x as the answer, when I will get y as the answer. We never going to get true and false as the answer for non-Boolean. We are always going to get x and y. If x is evaluates to true, then the result is if x is evaluates to true, then the result is x because x is already true. What the need of evaluating y? X is already considered as the true. That's why consider only x value as the output. Okay. Next, if x is evaluates to if x is evaluates to false, then the result is, sir, if the first one is the false, obviously result is always based on the y. That's why the result is y, sir. Result itself is y. Observe that. If x is evaluates to true, then the result is x. If x is evaluates to false, then the result is y. Any doubt? Are you able to understand? Now you can ask anything, sir. 10 or 0. 10 or 0. What the answer? 10 or 0. What the answer? 10. Perfect. 0 or 20. What the answer? 0 or 20. What the answer? 20. Perfect. Next, empty or Durga. What the answer? Empty or Durga. What the answer? Yes, it is false. If the first one is the false, obviously second one means Durga. If I'm taking Durga or soft, what the answer? Durga or soft. What the answer we are going to get now? Good. If the first one is the true, what's the need of evaluating second one? Directly Durga is the answer. Okay. Any doubt? Do you want me to execute anything here? Okay, make sure, sir. Most of the people are always getting confusion, this one and this one. That's why please make sure you should have in your own words, you have to write very important words. Don't get confused. Can you please tell empty string or none? What the answer? Empty string or none? What the answer? Everyone, can you please respond? Think a bit carefully and then respond. What the answer we are going to get? Empty string or none? Sir, it is the false. If the first one is false, obviously answer is always second one. If the first one is the false, obviously second one is the answer. Print of empty string or none I'm taking. Any doubt? Everyone can able to understand very easily, I don't think. Okay, that's all. Now the last operator, sir. Not x. Sir, it is not x is not boolean. X is not boolean like this, right? Santosh Reddy, we can print, but the problem is if the output is a none, it is not printing anything. Are you getting? None, it is not printing anything. That's why explicitly I'm using print statement if the none is there. Okay, in the console, none is nothing but ignoring. But with the print, compulsory it should do that. That's why. Okay, here observe, I'm typing none, nothing. 10, value 10 is coming, but none, nothing. But whenever I'm asking print of none is coming. That's why print statement I'm using to see the result. Okay. Now, okay, like, sir, empty under none. Anyone, can you please tell the answer now? Very easily you can able to tell, sir. And operator I'm using empty under none. What the answer? What the answer? You have to tell. If the first one is the false, it is never going to worry about second one. It's always false only, because the reason is under. That's why if the first one is evaluates to false, then first one is the answer. Yes, we are getting first one as the answer. Okay, that's all. With pleasant mind you can sir analyze, then you can able to get. Next, very simple, sir. Not x. The result is always Boolean type. Wow, good news. The result is always Boolean type. Don't worry about that. So don't worry much about that. The result is always Boolean type. Now, not 10. What the answer? Array, not 10. What the answer? 10 means what? 10 means true or false? Non-zero. Non-zero means true. Not true means false is the answer. Not true, what the answer? False is the answer. Okay, not 10, false is the answer. Not 0, true is the answer. Not empty, yes, true is the answer. Because here 10 means true, not true means false. 0 means false. Not false means true. Not false. Empty string is the false. That's why true is the answer. Okay. So these three logical operators you have to take a bit special care, sir. Dangerous thing, but very commonly we are going to use this AND operator or operator, right? Okay, like that's why you should aware. Next one, bitwise operators. Bitwise operators. Yeah. Someone. Yeah, not none. Obviously, the answer by default we are going to get yeah the true, sir. None means false, right? That's why. Not the space. The result is false because space is treated as the true. True. Okay. Not the space. Space in the middle space is there. False is the answer because space is treated as the true. If it is the empty string, then only it is treated as false. If it is not empty, it may contain space and so on. The result is always, treated always true one.